Hello and welcome to another episode of my Football Manager 2019 career, where we're climbing the league ladder with the mighty Blyth Spartans. And we are set up and good to go straight into a match today against Braintree, who are in terrible form at the moment. I think that was described as woeful, which sounds great to me. Good time to be playing them. And we've recently had Michael Little just come back from injury, so he's going to struggle a little bit in this match, but we're going to play him anyway. We've got to get him back to peak fitness as soon as possible. He's still holding on to top spot as the guy who is providing the most assists in the league for us at the moment. So we definitely want him on the field. Oh my God, would you look at that? The assistant manager is actually recommending that we say something rather than nothing for a change. Could this be as a result of the patch today? That is actually decent advice. We'll take that. Right, still didn't really get much of a response. Bradley Fuster liked it. But, well, that makes a nice change, because ordinarily, literally every damn game, it's like, oh, well, just say nothing. They'll be fine. And we kick off. And I had to double check there whether we were home or away. I saw the rain. I thought, oh, is this a home game? But it's not. Oh, my God. What a start. Captain Kieran Green injured in the first 5 minutes. That's not good, is it? So we'll have to take him off immediately. Elliot Holmes, the lone player on loan from Hull, will come in. My God, he's losing stats like nobody's business. He's not having a great time at the club, is he, apparently? But yeah, that's bad news for Kieran Green. Potential arm injury. Let's hope it's not broken. Oh, man. I could really do with less injuries at the moment. Okay, let's tell him to go out there and make a difference. He looks happy. He liked the sound of that. No idea who my captain's going to end up being with Green off the field. Can't actually remember who's set. Oh, it's Lang, apparently. And let's go for a demand more. 13 minutes. Opposition getting a highlight. Not what we want, is it? So that will be a corner to Braintree. Taken by Lavery. Lang heads away. Sangari with a little flick. Doesn't flick it far enough, though. But at least that is the end of the highlight. Everyone was focused after the feedback. Let's give them some more. Deshaun Bernard with the free kick there, cutting it across to Sangari in the middle. Out wide left to Little. Little, cross to Maguire. Maguire with the head. Oh, it was a mess, but it went in the end. Maguire's header was saved initially, but he managed to get on the end of the rebound and cut it across to Bradley Fuster, his partner in crime up front. And it looked like Bradley Fuster just got a cheeky little foot to it with a slide. Let's see that again. So Maguire with the header, saved by Beasley. Oh yeah, just I don't think Neeskens knew what on earth was going on there, but yeah, Bradley Fuster will claim that. That's his 17th goal of the season, and we are 1-0 up against Braintree. As we go into the next highlight, and the sun has come out, it seems. That's not necessarily good for us. We like playing in the rain. Ooh, good defending, I'm going to call that. Right, I think we need to demand more, because they seem to have switched off. They're giving too much possession around our box to Braintree, and I do not like that. Lavery to Dearman. Dearman putting in a cross, looking for Simo. Finds Carr instead on the rebound, but yeah, that was still looking dangerous. I'd quite like a highlight, please. No, apparently I'm not allowed one. It's going to Braintree again. Lang with the header there, but doesn't clear it well. Niskins with the shot. O'Reilly claims that for himself and keeps it out of the net. Oh no, Leighton Egan's got a bruised thigh. Not ideal. Seems to be a rough lot, this Braintree. And we reach half-time. Still holding on to our 1-0 lead. Stats not looking great, though. Captain injured. And Bradley Fuster just scraping a goal for us. But we've only had one shot on target. Only 4 shots in total. It's not really what you want to see, is it? Give them a morale boost. Okay, let's try that. Wow. The assistant is actually giving out advice worth taking. Let's make the most of this. So, Little thumping the ball upfield, looking for Maguire. Ooh, good defensive header there by the Braintree number 5. Throw in. Egan will take. Looks for Maguire. Gets the head back. Egan plays it across to Reed. Back to Egan. Egan with the cross. It's a poor one though, and Beasley will pluck that out of the air very easily. Lang on the ball now for Spartans. We've lost possession in midfield though, and Simo looks like he might be away here. He's in the box. Oh, Egan there intercepting the pass. That could have been dangerous. And the ball is smashed straight upfield. It looks like a free kick's been given. I do not like the look of this. Let's demand more. Oh, good save by O'Reilly there from Carr's low drilled effort. Little with a free kick. Looked dangerous. But it wasn't particularly great. In the end, it went wide. No save required. A bit of a midfield battle going on here, and Sangari loves a battle. He almost comes away with the ball there. He's still going. Braintree smash it up deep into the Blyth half, but Lang is bringing it straight back out again. That's a defender that likes to come out of his defensive zone a little bit. Sangari on the ball now. Playing out wide right to Egan. Egan runs onto it, puts a cross, looking for Bradley Fuster. Finds his head, but it's wide of the post. Another corner for Braintree. Carr on the ball. Neeskens. Mingy. Healy. A little flick from Mingy somewhere. Somehow. Lavery keeps the ball in play. No, he doesn't. It's offside and we get a free kick for Blyth. Okay. We definitely need to demand more. Come on. Feel like Braintree might have a goal in them. Oh, Reed. Reed, if only you had a goal in you. Golden opportunity there. Just outside the 6-yard box, but couldn't put it on target. Little with a free kick. Oh, I could barely get my words out there. All I could do is make noises. I thought Bradley Fuster was surely going to score from there. And unfortunately, he smashed it wide. Still looking, well, yeah, it's really looking like Braintree could have an equaliser in them. I'm going to keep demanding more. I don't want my team to switch off or relax in any way, shape or form at this stage. And we're now into added time. The whistle is about to go, and very disappointed to only win 1-0 against a team that's supposedly in woeful form. But it looks like that may be what's about to happen. Yeah, well, a win's a win's a win. We'll take it. But very underwhelming performance from Blyth there. Saved only by a scrappy goal from Bradley Fuster. Michael Little clearly not quite back to himself yet. 53% pass completion. Not good. Luke O'Reilly keeping us in the game once more. 7 shots saved. Good man. Fantastic signing for us this season. Let's say that was a bit of a let-off. Hopefully they're not going to go ape at me. Yeah, we got away with it. It's all good. Thought they were going to have a strop over that team talk, but it's the truth, to be fair. It was a let-off. That very easily could have been a draw, or could even have been a loss. So hopefully they'll buck their ideas up a bit, because next we have Southport. Southport, who are now sitting second in the league. We've still got like a 9-point lead on them, which is nice and solid, but we don't want teams gaining on us. Oh no, he's broken his arm. He's broken his bloody arm. Okay. Well, you know, he is our captain, so we're definitely going to spend a bit of money on his treatment here. Yeah, that's going to cost us 1.8k. It's money we shouldn't really be shelling out, a club of our level, but I'm going to send him to a specialist. We like Kieran Green, and I don't want to see him out for too long or having recurring problems with that arm. Oh, we've put Braintree into the relegation zone with that win. No wonder they were trying hard. Okay, what are we going to do? Sign recommended players, sure. Whatever. Youth team is not much good here at Blyth. We do have one player named after Nexus. He was worth having. Right, so 6 games unbeaten. Nice. Looking good. So we're just going to roll things on to the match against Southport. And that will be a toughie, but we are at home. So that should give us a slight edge. But we are getting close to the end of the season. I think maybe one more session and we'll hit the end of the season. What's this? We came 3rd for Manager of the Month. What did we get? Win ratio of only 80%. Oh, disappointing. Let's praise his training. Yeah, great. You're doing well. Keep it up. Yeah, I think we've only lost 2 games so far this season. Well, 2 league games, I should say. We've obviously been knocked out of the cups. So that's a couple more losses. But yeah, only losing 2 in the league so far from what I remember. It's pretty good going. Bank balance looking all right, but we're going to keep making a loss now we are out of the cups. I know I keep saying that, but you've got to get yourself, at this level, you've got to get yourself a nice financial buffer from your cup games so that you can ride out the rest of the season of losing money, the way I see it. Okay, so Southport are predicted to play a 4-4-2, positive football. Goalkeepers are good at throwing and very good at one-on-one situations. Okay. That could affect us because some of our goals do come from running onto through balls with our pacey strikers and getting into one-on-one situations. So perhaps we can expect the keeper to be closing us down successfully most of the time from those situations. But who knows? Maybe Bradley Fuster or Dan Maguire have got the skills to outdo Southport's keeper. So Kieran Green is going to be out for 4 to 7 weeks. That's a long time to be living without your captain. Luke O'Reilly making team of the week. No surprise. He did really keep us in that game against terrible Braintree. Oh, this Jay Rouse is shaping up nicely, isn't he? But he's the lone player we signed that current Hull manager is pretty mad at me for sticking him in my youth team and just leaving him to rot. But we managed to loan somebody even better. Sean Reed, criticise recent form suggested. All right, let's do it. Yeah, pick yourself up. Yeah, he agrees. Good man. I'm sure he will. Again, he's been out injured this season as well. So, you know, it takes a player a little bit of time to adjust the first team football again after being out for a spell. And yeah, I really hope. I mean, Kieran Green's pretty young. He's got time to recover from a long injury like that. But I'm hoping it doesn't negatively affect his stats too much because currently he was only just like a 3.5-star player. And I'd hate to see him drop any lower than that. Here's Nexus, good old Nexus, training well. Let's praise him. Good lad. One day you might be a midfielder for us. He's getting there though, isn't he? No, ignore all advice. Oh, there we go. Karanka giving us crap right on cue about Rouse's loan spell. Yeah, he's not good enough. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can't pick my team. Goodbye. That was a quick conversation. In real life, I just wouldn't have answered the phone. You see it ringing, just make it silent and put it away. No need for that conversation. It's not going to go well for us. Guiseley should be a fairly easy game, actually. So if we have a nightmare against Southport, at least we've got a game where we've got a fair chance of recovering ourselves and our morale. Right. So key player appears to be Chris Paul. Let's have a look at him. He's a fullback on the right. We know very, very little about him. 22-year-old Northern Irish lad. Okay. Oh, he's 6 foot. Crikey, that is tall for a fullback. He could be a central defender, surely. Wow, that is unusual. It is in my book, anyway. High-earning players not justifying their wage. Buddle, Nicholas, and Dolling. How much are we paying each of these? 220 a week, 240 a week, 240 a week. Well, perhaps they are not earning their money. Praise Kieran Evans, training well. Obviously, Kieran Evans got a few games in this season while Michael Liddell was out injured, and he did well, the new signing for us. Did better than I expected, to be fair to him. But he's no Michael Liddell, though. So as soon as Liddell was fit, he's back in the team. Well, in fact, before he's even fully fit, he's back in the team. Sangare. That's a rare player to be praising for training. He doesn't often train that well. Right, let's praise Buddle as well, and Leighton Egan. And there have been no poor training performances, which is great news. Makes a change, doesn't it? Okay, apparently we've been preparing attacking free kicks. A little bit concerning, because we're not really very good at those, so I'm not exactly expecting goals to come of them. At least we weren't bothering to practice corners, because I'm pretty sure that is a complete lost cause at my club. I think I've got the same corner strategy I've used at other clubs where it's worked out fine. Just doesn't seem to work here at Blyth. I think the main reason being that all of my players are terrible at corner taking. They're just never really delivering the ball where it needs to be. Right. Yeah, whatever. Don't really want them playing for the youth team. Picking up injuries and the like. This will be a tough game. So they're also in excellent form, although I would say their form is a little bit better, as we've got a draw in ours. This should be a toughie. And as I said, they're in second place. But we have got a nice, comfortable lead over them. So it's not the end of the world if we lose this. But then again, you know, our pride is at stake here. We don't want to go out and say, oh, it's fine, you can lose. Because it's not fine. Yeah, having to be without Captain Kieran Green is disappointing, to say the least. But we've got Connor Oliver, who's been hanging around. He can come onto the bench. And we'll use lone player Elliot Holmes in centre midfield, as he's a little bit more talented than Oliver. Aside from that, I think we're good to go. This is the A team. This is the best I can put out onto the field. So that's what I'll do. And away we go. Teslad, hello. How are you doing? (4-4-2) for Southport. Yeah, let's give him a morale boost. Oh, I'm liking this change to the advice. It's actually worth taking the assistant's advice now and then now. Whereas before it was just say nothing, say nothing, say nothing, say no. Pointless. It's got to have been something the patch has fixed, no doubt. Because that didn't seem right previously. And look, did you see the weather before it cut out? As usual, it is absolutely chucking it down at Croft Park. We're going to be playing in a swimming pool made of mud. Oh, Deshaun Bernard there with a header from that free kick from Sangare. Not a bad effort to start with. Right, let's demand more already. My favourite instruction. Everyone's looking focused, apart from Sean Reid, who looks motivated. All good results, though. Not much happening at the moment. Tom Allen's busy getting a yellow card. I guess that's why. And Bartlett taking a free kick for Southport. And Egan brings down Green in the box. And that's going to be a penalty to Southport. Shocker. Keating steps up to take it. O'Reilly, oh, he guessed the right way. But he didn't quite make the save. And we're 1-0 down at home. Thanks to Leighton Egan being an idiot. And just shoving Green down in the box for no reason that I could see anyway. It's a good penalty, that. Also a good guess by the keeper. But yeah, we're a goal down already. We've got a hill to climb. Let's hope it doesn't become a mountain before half time. Southport playing a whole string of short passes here. We need to get stuck in, start intercepting. There we go, and Lang right on cue takes the ball away. He's surging forward. The defensive player thinks he's a midfielder. Reid now in the centre on the ball. Oh, what on earth was that? That was the weirdest, most daisy-cutting, slow-rolling shot I've seen in a long time. But it went in the net, so we'll take it. Sangare to Reid. Reid kind of half does his man, cuts a shot through the tackle, and somehow Hanford fails to stop that from going in the net. I've no idea how. It's like he had all year to save it. Wow, there's the equaliser. And things are level as we're approaching the 30-minute mark. 15 minutes of football still to play before the half-time whistle. And Elliot Holmes picks up a yellow card. Sangare midfield, surging forward, ref in the way. Plays it out wide to Michael Liddell, crosses first time. And that's a penalty for Blyth as Maguire's brought down. And denied getting on the end of that superb looking Michael Liddell cross. And Sean Reid steps up to take the penalty. Oh, disaster. Since he has come back from injury, that's the second penalty Sean Reid's missed in a row. Very concerning stuff. Opportunity to take the lead completely wasted there. I might have to consider changing Maguire to be my main penalty taker. I'll give Reid one more chance. If he misses the third, that's it. But I would like to give him opportunity to win his confidence back, if he can. Sean Reid playing to Lyons. Lyons smashing it upfield, looking for Maguire, but easily headed away by the Southport defence. Now Lyons. To Sangare. Sangare bringing the ball forward, looking for Egan. Fails to find him though, and Charles is punting the ball upfield for Southport, and Keating hits it first time straight into the top right corner of the Blyth net. And we are losing once more, 2-1 down. Rueri Keating. I don't know how to say his first name. Rueri, maybe? That's his 22nd goal of the season. And what a goal it was. Look at that. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. No chance for O'Reilly to stop that. And yeah, we're looking like we're in trouble this match. We've missed a penalty. We've conceded 2 goals. And it's not even half time. Sean Reid picking up a yellow card. I'm sure he's frustrated after that penalty miss. Another terrible Blyth corner there. Can we rescue something from this situation, though? Michael Liddell on the ball, looking for Maguire. Maguire takes the shot, but it is blocked by the Southport defender. And Blyth will have another corner. Michael Liddell stepping up to take. Swings it in. Only finds a yellow shirt, though. But Lyons picks it up on the edge of the box. Plays in Lang. Lang is immediately tackled. And Paul will pick up the ball for Southport. Only kicks it as far as Holmes, who plays it to Sangari. Back to Holmes. Sean Reid. Egan can't control that, and it goes out for a goal kick. That was awful control there, Egan. What the hell was that? Well, we definitely need to demand more. Got a couple of players looking anxious there. Sean Reid and Dan Maguire. At least Reid scored a goal. But he has also missed a penalty. Hopefully that'll balance out his morale. But stats are in our favour, so I really do feel like we're being robbed a little bit here. But that's the way it goes sometimes. They've obviously made better use of their opportunities. So, yeah. Aggressive bollocking all round. And let's go straight into the second half. And it'll start for us with a corner from Liddell. Another terrible corner. Comes out to Reid. Reid looking for a striker in the box. Fails to find one. Liddell to Sangari. Sangari does his man. Nice little flick to Reid. Reid in the box. Oh, can't get through the defence. And Egan's pass is deflected out for a corner. Michael Liddell takes the corner, and it's a terrible corner once more. Maybe we'll just completely rewrite our corner strategy. There's no point even trying to cross it into the box. I may as well just play all short corners, something like that. We'll probably get more out of it. Egan putting a cross in, looking for Bradley Fuster. Falls to Sangari, and then Reid. Oh, off the post. Off the post. And then Bradley Fuster apparently offside. What a shame. Nearly had an equaliser courtesy of Sean Reid. And time is ticking. If we're going to get one, we need it soon. Holmes finding Liddell in space. Michael Liddell runs into the box, takes a shot. And it goes over the bar. Oh dear. Is it worth me making a substitution? Everybody's playing terrible. I'll leave things as they are. There's a chance we might pull one back yet. Oh, what on earth was that flick from Bradley Fuster finding Dan Maguire? I'm gonna say that looked like it was more down to blind luck than skill. But we'll see it again. But what a way to equalise. What an assist from Bradley Fuster. So Sangari hoofs the ball upfield here. Bradley Fuster just gets his head on the end of it and somehow beats number 4. Loops it over the top of him, and Dan Maguire with the pace and with the finish. What an equaliser. Keep demanding more. Egan picking up another yellow card. Oh, we're running close to getting a fine for the club with this many yellows at the moment. Yeah, it's time to ease off a bit. In fact, I'm just going to pause it because I've probably got a whole bunch of players that I need to tell to ease off. Yeah. That'll do. I don't really want to play for set pieces, to be honest. I'm terrible at set pieces. I'm going to ignore that advice. Oh no. I was watching that. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a goal. This is going to be a goal. And like a rocket, another shot sails past Luke O'Reilly and into the net of Blyth Spartans. Let's see that again. Paul to Bartlett. Bartlett squares it to Osborne, who smashes it first time, and it looks like O'Reilly is a shadow of his former self today. Time for another demand more. McKenna on the ball. Well, stopped by O'Reilly that time, but it will be a corner for Southport by the looks of things. Yep, it is. Bartlett to take. Right, Reed picks it up. Come on, Reed. Get it upfield. Is that going to find anyone? No, that's nowhere near anyone. What on earth was that? Bradley Fuster on the ball now. Playing it to Little. Can we get across Little? No, he's just going to lose control, trip over his own feet and lose possession. Michael Little apparently not back to 100% since his injury either. I think that's part of our problem. Too many holes in the team, too many injuries recently for opposition of this level. But I still feel like, looking at the stats, we should at least be drawing. We should at least be drawing here. And we are in the final 12 minutes of the match right now, and we have very little time to score a goal. That's our 5th yellow card. I think that confirms we're going to get a fine. Oh no, Green's through. He's through. Oh, good tackle, Lang. And that'll be another corner for Southport. Oh man, what are we going to do here? I'm going to try getting Holmes off. I know it's really late in the day. Let's see if Connor Oliver's got a little bit of magic in him. Who else do I want to change? Egan. Yeah, let's get Egan off and Talbot on. Let's go with that. But yeah, very late in the day to be making substitutions, but we are desperate for at least an equaliser at this stage. Sangare hoofing the ball upfield, finds Bradley Fuster. He's got Dan Maguire square, but he takes the shot himself. Greedy, that was greedy. We could have had a goal if he just set up Dan Maguire there. Little with the corner. Maguire! Oh no! Oh, good save there. And we'll have another corner. The subs have come on the field, so we do have some fresh legs out there. Oliver taking a corner. Can he take corners? No, he can't. He's terrible. Just as bad as all the rest. Oh, another opportunity squandered. Oh. It's not happening, is it? We have 3 minutes of normal time left to get an equaliser. I think we're about to lose only our 3rd game of the season. But as I said, we had, what was it, a 9-point cushion at the top of the league. So we can afford this loss, but I'd have preferred not to lose, to be honest. Right, we are in the dying minutes of the game. Let's go very attacking. No, I don't want opposition instructions. Yes. Right, let's go very attacking and shout. I wanted to push forward, but I'm not allowed to shout yet. Oh my god. Alright, it's not worth it now, is it? It's now 4-2. I don't know what on earth was going on in the box there, but it wasn't football. And Bartlett with the corner kick. Green completely wide open. And a calamity between O'Reilly and whoever this chappie is here. And it ends up in the Blyth net. What a ridiculous goal to concede. But that's it. It's all over for us now. It's all over. We're not scoring 2 goals in a minute and a half, are we? We're not even going to score 1. So we'll take a loss. I'll scream at the team, and then hopefully we'll do much better against Guiseley in the next match. Still, they've not given up. To their credit, Maguire's through on goal. And he scores. I have scored 1 goal. Would you believe it? So less than a minute of the match remaining. Dan Maguire scores his 28th goal of the season. Assist by defender Deshaun Bernard with the good old long ball. And what a finish that was. It's still 4-3 in favour of Southport. And I very much doubt this push forward shout, sorry, will grab me a second in added time. But we'll see what happens. Little is on the ball. He's in a position to cross it. Come on, Little. Play it across. Sangari shoots. Oh, no. Oh, that could have been a goal. Oh, that could have been it. That was so close. That was a good effort, though. Good effort. It took till added time before they started really pulling out all the stops, but never mind. Yeah. Well, that was disappointing. Aggressive, that wasn't good enough. You all suck. Sort your ideas out before the next game. Ah, well, okay. So our lead now reduced to a mere 6 points. I'm sure we can cope with that for now, but let's hope that is not the beginning of a slide in our form. Yeah, Dan Maguire did well. Let's praise him. I mean, that goal in added time was fantastic. Sangari reveals the fury of Doyle. Yeah, I'm pretty mad. They should have done better there. And again, we were at home. Those guys are our biggest challengers for winning the league right now as it stands. Really, we can't afford to be losing points against teams like that if we want to win the league. Dan Maguire's picked up a 2-match ban. Well, shit. That's just not what we need right now. Dan Maguire needs to play every single game possible for the club. He is our talisman, our star player, our top goal scorer this season. And we're going to have to get through 2 games without him. Guiseley at home, they're only 16th, so that's not too bad. But what's the next game? That's what I want to know. Who else have we got to cope without him for? Oh, he's just got a bonus as well for scoring 20 league goals this season. Well, good for him. He gets a bonus, and now he gets to sit on the bench. Oh, not even on the bench, sit on the sidelines for 2 matches, as he's got himself suspended. Can I have some of that bonus back, please, Maguire? Right, so Henry Kumwenda seems to be a good attacker for Guiseley. And they're good at taking their chances. Oh, oh, not sure that's a good thing. Malawian, okay. 18 years old, so perhaps a promising player here. Let's... where's scouting gone? Get scout report, that's what I'm looking for. Getting all confused. Yeah, we're going to scout this guy because he might be promising. 18 years old, and he's been marked out as a top-notch player for his club. He's on loan from Leeds as well. Ooh, dirty Leeds. Not sure I want to loan a Leeds player, but if he's quality enough, we'll try. And probably not this season though. Right, we've got stuff to worry about in the meantime. Dan Maguire suspended, so I guess that means Dolling gets the nod. As a poacher. I think Dolling is a poacher, isn't he? Yeah, that's his main role. Dolling, not a great partnership with Reed, and just none at all with Bradley Fewster. Not ideal, is it? What about Butler? Yeah, no, Butler is staying well and truly on the bench. Hopefully never to be used. His stats are pretty poor. Right, let's continue. Actually, I was thinking about just changing my corners strategy. That's on defend. Hold on a minute. That's not the routine I want. Looks like the corner strategies have been reset, because what I like doing on defensive corners is to leave a couple of players, well, sorry, 3 players up front, so that we can perhaps catch them on the break, and that seems to have been undone for some reason. Okay, let's switch that up then. Right, let's have a look at the attacking ones. Well, that looks like my corner routine. It's just not working out at the moment. Instead of mixed, let's try. Let's aim it for the edge of the area. See if that improves the situation. Because at the moment, they're always plonking the ball straight into the keeper's hands or straight to a defender. So let's kick it a little bit wider out and see if that helps. Right. Let's... I can't be bothered to save it. No need. Let's just continue. Yeah, I'm puzzled about what's happened with my defensive corners, though. Don't know why that's changed. We'll probably start conceding loads of goals off corners now, because I've taken 2 more players out of my defensive positions. That might bite us in the ass, but I don't know. I've found... Dan Maguire making team of the week. Good man. I found having some players left up the field, just the counter-attacks you can get out of it, and being able to overwhelm what is usually just 2 players left back for the opposition. It might even encourage some of them to leave an extra man back, just because they're wary of me having 3 men still on the halfway line. So it could change things up a bit, but we'll see. We'll see. It might be a complete disaster. Just because stuff works in one playthrough of Football Manager doesn't mean it'll work in the next, does it? You never know what you're going to get, and it can all depend on the players, the stats, your opposition. So many factors can come into play. Hednesford. Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. I've just seen who the second game is that I'll have to be without Dan Maguire for, and it's Hednesford, and they're in 4th place. They're another challenger for the top spot this season. Okay, Will Hatfield is the key man. Can play a bunch of positions, but most likely to be a right-sided midfielder. To have good first touch and determination. Yeah. Hednesford Town away. That's going to be a toughie without Dan Maguire. Guiseley shouldn't be so bad. But I hope Bradley Fuster's on form enough to bag a goal for us. Or 2. Okay, we're firm favourites. Oh, Robbie Dale commenting. How nice of him. I think he has retired now, hasn't he? Not in real life, but in my campaign. Who's this Elliot Richards again? Okay. Doesn't look too bad, does he? Who's he wanted by? Curzon Ashton. Let's keep scouting him. Get a bit more information on him. Liam Williams. Yeah, let's keep scouting him as well. Oh, actually, these guys, they're free agents, aren't they? So I could just offer them a trial. Let's just make it simple. Then we'll know for sure if we want them or not. Praise Dan Maguire, criticise Cunningham. That will do. Okay. Let's take him on trial and take him on trial. Good stuff. Let's get this match on the go. And we're at home again. Not that that really helped us in the last match. Should help us here, though. These guys are doing pretty badly so far this season. So they're in poor form as well. Fantastic news. Yep, that's the best team we can put out. Lang's form's not been great. Egan's not been great. Holmes not been great. Oh man. We'll stick with him for now. Oh, hold on a minute. Dolling, really? Is that really his average form? That's appalling. Never mind. Perhaps he'll buck his ideas up once he has a chance to settle in a bit. He's not going to have much chance, though. He's only getting, what, 2 or 3 games? 2 games, most likely. I'm going to start with the bollocking. Yeah, I expect nothing but a win from this match. You bunch of losers. So here's the league table as it stands. Still holding on to our 6-point lead, but everything could change after this match if we don't set ourselves up with a nice win. Let's get the demand more in early. Everest taking a free kick there for Guiseley, but it was not a good one. And did I see a few spots of rain occurring there? I think it is starting to rain at Croft Park, as usual. But they are good conditions for our style of football. Smash it upfield, run onto it, and kick at goal. Very subtle strategy, but a good one for this level. Demand more, as nothing is occurring. We're not getting any highlights, and 25 minutes of football have been played. So, wow, we've conceded. Come Wender, that lad that we just started scouting that we're going to keep an eye on, scoring a goal against us. Yeah, I mean, it really seems to have affected us having Kieran Green out with the injury, the broken arm, and obviously no Dan Maguire up front as well. Things just are not coming together well enough right now to be conceding a goal at home against the likes of Guiseley. Very disappointed. Good tackle there by Holmes. Little on the ball. Back to Holmes. Reed. So now Sangare. Sangare smashing it upfield, looking for Bradley Fuster. Somehow gets hold of it. Ooh. And again, a greedy shot there. He had Dan Maguire to his right for the pass, but he went for the shot and he failed to score. Sangare! What on earth was that? Wow. That looked like it had so much curl on it. Let's see that again. Mohamed Sangare, curling left-footed free kick. Somehow, like, at the keeper, but goes through his hands anyway and into the net. I'm not going to complain, but I bet their manager would, with goalkeeping like that. Oh, man. And immediately Guiseley take the lead once more. The reprieve was brief and fleeting. For a moment it was 1-1, but we're losing again. And again, Kumwenda involved in the making of that goal. What are they doing there? Just leaving a channel for the shot from Everest. But yeah, that Kumwenda definitely getting involved in everything that's going on that's positive for Guiseley at the moment. Come on, close them down, you muppets. Come on, Sangare, get stuck in there. Reed taking possession away from Guiseley, looking for the long ball, somehow makes it through to Dolling. Oh, Bradley Fuster with an open net, and he scores. Yeah, I've just remembered, I think earlier I mentioned that Dan Maguire was to the right of Bradley Fuster. I, of course, meant Josh Dolling. Dan Maguire is in the stands with a suspension right now. But here we go, Dolling. Runs through, somehow beat his man, takes a shot. It's a poor shot. Garner with a terrible clearance, only finding Bradley Fuster. And Bradley Fuster with a tap-in into an open net. It is now 2-2. We're not out of this game yet as we approach the half-time whistle. Let's hope we can go in into the dressing room with a level score. He's that Kumwenda guy, he's looking like he's got some good stats. Henry Kumwenda. I have to remember that name. So, it's 2-2. And, yeah, I am disappointed. I'm going to take that advice. Let's scream at the team. Fire him up and send him out. Looks like the rain stopped at Croft Park. The sun is out. Oh, nice tackle by Holmes. Egan smashing it upfield, but that will find nobody at all. Nobody was really expecting that. Everest. He's been a key player involved in a lot of Guiseley's attacks as well. Oh, man. I was going to say, will the new corner strategy pay off? It looked like it very nearly bit us in the ass, but now we are on the break. Do I have Argentina in my database? No, I don't think so. Little. Every now and then I'll put Argentina and Brazil in, but I don't think I bothered for this one. So I'm playing very low-level football. There's literally zero chance of me signing anyone from abroad at this level. Sangare to Little. Come on, let's have a good cross, Little. Put it in. Looking for Dolling. Oh, Dolling! If only he could head the ball worth a damn. But it goes wide. Kumwenda to Everest. Everest smashing it upfield. Finds Thompson. Close him down, lads. Close him down. He does get away a shot, but luckily for us, it's a poor shot, and it goes wide of the mark. Oh, Reed, you're getting a red for that. Oh, I knew it. That was an instant red. That was a terrible tackle. Terrible, terrible tackle. So he's going to be out suspended for 2 or 3 games as well. Football Manager really trying to make life as difficult for us as possible, isn't it? Well, shit. I mean, that's fine. I'll have to stick with that formation. The best I can go for, in my opinion. But yeah, still quite a lot of football left to play in this second half. Reed getting sent off in only the 61st minute. Oh dear. So recently back from injury. Hardly had him a couple of matches. And then gets a red card. Demand more. And we're continuing to play attacking football in spite of only being 10 men on the field. Because I want to keep trying for a goal. I want to win this game. I don't want to start parking the bus and playing defensive. And that might bite me in the ass, as we are only drawing right now. But we're not going to score goals unless we're playing positive football. Egan with the throw-in, and we are into the final 30 seconds of added time now. It looks like we'll probably be taking a draw here, unless something horribly wrong happens. Oh, unless something horribly wrong happens. It's okay, Holmes picked the ball up. We're all right. No panic. Right, come on, thump it into the box, Little. Just one last opportunity. Oh, and there's the whistle. 2-2. Well, we'll take the draw, I guess. And that lead we had is going to be closing rapidly if we can't bag a win. And yeah, I've screamed at the team again. You're damn right. We've got another tough game. I mean, that shouldn't have been a tough game, but we've got a tough game next. And so far, not been a strong start to the session, has it? Reed is banned for 1 match so far. Appeal against the ban? No, I saw that tackle. There's no appealing against a tackle like that. Let's give him a warning. That was disgraceful stuff. Yeah, Blyth Manager slams team. You're damn right. Oh, good. He accepts his warning. So let's have a look. So since we started the session, we beat Braintree, but we only scraped it 1-0. Then we've lost to Southport and drawn with Guiseley. We're in a patch of terrible form. Well, when compared to the rest of the season. No, after Hednesford, we've got Kidderminster. Oh, they're going to be tough as well. And then there's Hereford, Spennymoor. Chorley still to play. Alfreton are not doing well this season. Nora Halesowen and Nuneaton are almost certainly going down. But damn, this is tough. Hold on. What happened at Southport? Oh, they won. They did beat Brackley 2-0. Oh, okay. Yeah, we did have a 6-point lead, didn't we? I forgot. Yeah, so now we have a 4-point lead. What was my predicted finish? Somewhere mid-table-ish. I can't quite remember now, Dad's Tim. It certainly wasn't win the league. I can tell you that much. Last season, we almost won the league. We lost out by 1 point, and then we failed to get promoted through the playoffs as well by losing in the playoff final 1-0 against York. So we missed out on promotion in 2 ways last season, only just. And that season we were predicted a mid-table finish. This season it was about the same, I think, maybe slightly better. But I don't think playoffs or promotion were expected, at least not by the press or my chairman. I have promised one of my players that will get promoted though. Just to get him to sign a contract. Yeah, my board is thrilled. Yeah. Job security, as you can see there, pretty stable, 91%. I had a little bit of a shaky run in the FA Trophy. I went out a lot earlier than I would have liked, but I did end up drawing the team that beat me to promotion last season, Stockport, in the first round. So they put me out of the cup, sadly. But that's just the way it is. But yeah, at the moment, I feel like I'm just clinging on to this lead, though. Goal difference is fantastic, but we have just recently lost only our third game of the season. But I have drawn a lot of games too. 13 draws. Not ideal, really, is it? And there's a few other teams that have also won 18 games. We've got Spennymoor and Southport as well. Hednesford not far behind. Hednesford probably will be on 18 wins by the time I finish playing them. So having to play these matches without my captain. He's out injured. Kieran Green. Dan Maguire suspended. Sean Reid suspended. Michael Little only just returned from injury. I've got a lot of problems right now, which is seriously weakening the side. And I think that's why I'm hitting the rough form at the moment. Playing tough teams with a depleted side. Obviously, squad depth is much better this season than it was last, but it's still not great. We are still a bottom of the playable Football League club. So check out that afro. That is an awesome haircut. Love it. Emmanuel Powell playing well for Blyth under 18s. Oh, shame his potential's not great. Never mind. Any tips? I've just started a Vanarama South save. I've got no money and struggling to sign players. I'm predicted to finish 9th. With Concord Rangers. Cool name. Well, Daz Tim. First, I would recommend not spending money. Just keep bringing in players on trial as much as you can. Just go through free transfers, particularly if you see that there's a free transfer that's wanted by a club of your level. Then, yeah, offer them trials. Bring them in for at least 3 weeks, 4 if you can get away with it. And that will get around like the scouting costs. It will allow you to get a good view of people on free transfer. And basically, I just bring in like that. That's all of my signings at this level are done that way. Just bring them in on a trial, and then keep offer contracts to the ones that turn out to be, you know, relatively decent stats, and take it from there. The main way to make money at this level is to not spend any. Sell any players that are surplus to requirement if you can, but you're going to struggle to sell any for any money. But really, it's all about the cup runs. You want to get good cup runs because they bring in the money at this level. So, you know, staying in the FA Cup long enough to play a good team, you know, that's 2 divisions above you or more, will really, really help your bank balance out. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest tip I can give you, because that's how I survive at this level is, just good cup runs, focus on them, make sure you're always fielding your best team for your cup game so you stay in it for as long as possible. Just bring in free transfers on trial until you find somebody good. You might have to bring in a hell of a lot, but you'll get there eventually. So we were checking out this Henry Cumwender lad who's on loan from Leeds, currently playing for Guiseley, I believe it was. Was it Guiseley? I think it was. He looks pretty tasty to start with. Good stats, good potential. Let's have a look at his attributes. Yeah, shaping up all right, isn't he? Very strong left foot and a reasonable right foot. That is interesting. I'm going to keep scouting him. Obviously, we've only scouted him 30% up till now. So we'll keep an eye on him because he might be someone worth bringing in on loan. And yeah, that's another tip. Bring in loan players as well if you can. Preferably loans that cost you as little money as possible or none at all if you can get away with it. What I'll do is I'll try to get promoted while saving as much as possible. Keep saving money, keep building money, keep saving money. And then when you do go up, you'll have a little bit of a financial cushion to play with to bring in some higher caliber players. And I'll generally try to do that for like at least the bottom 2 divisions. And then by the time you're up to League 2, you are starting to spend a little bit on players, I guess, but still not too much. Depends on the club as well, because a lot of clubs of this level, they don't have big fan bases and they don't have big bank accounts. So you've just got to make do with what you've got, haven't you? Right, so these guys are two guys I've got in on trial right now. Let's have a look at Liam Williams. He looks reasonable. What about Elliot Richards? He's not as good. His tackling is a bit poor. This Liam Williams might be a potential signing, but at 2.5 stars, that's not really an improvement on anyone that's currently in the first team. And that's really what I'll be looking for. But maybe he'll get a little bit better as we continue to scout him. Who knows? We'll see. What's my balance like then? So it peaked at around £300,000 roughly, you know, somewhere about that this season. But since I'm now out of the Cups and this season I didn't have a great run in the FA Trophy, that's cost me quite a bit of money. Because obviously for the rest of the season you're just losing money and losing money. So overall balance is now at 256k. It was over 300,000 before I got knocked out of the Cups. But yeah, in my first season I actually had a really good cup run in the FA Cup, and I made a lot of this money from that. But yeah, Blyth Spartans are not a rich club. So I'm kind of happy with that amount of money in the account at the moment. That's good money for me. Hednesford away. They've moved up from 4th to 3rd. They're obviously doing well. Oh, Catch, thank you very much for the resub, mate. Really appreciate that. He says, I have to share this to make it go away. Go Blythe. Thank you. Did you see the episode of Battletech from earlier yet, Catch? Once again, you're taking almost constant injuries in the missions, but you're not dead. You're doing well. We can't use the Gauss rifle anymore. We lost a ton of Gauss ammo, having a leg blown off. So a sad day. But we did get a longbow though. We got a longbow. I took one of them out for a spin. I'm not sure if you caught that part of it. Right, Sangari, team of the week, good man. Let's praise form. Okay. I think it was it Sarge I had in it? Yeah, I think Sarge was piloting it at the time. I was kind of in a bad position, like in the one bit of tree cover that I had, but I was sandwiched between two lancers, and this lance came in that had a king crab and a cyclops in it. That's a lot of AC-20s, and Sarge just happened to be the mech that was nearest to them when they finally came in and started shooting at me. And yeah, they blew the leg off the Highlander. It was pretty unlucky. But yeah, we lost a double heatsink, so that's our second double heatsink down, and some Gauss ammo. Which means I can't use the Gauss rifle at the moment until we find another ton of ammo. So, as per usual, I've been searching all the places that Lost Tech is sold, and no joy yet. We didn't even manage to complete a thug either. The whole session, no thug parts. So we'll keep searching for that. But yeah, like I said, we got a whole longbow though. That was kind of fun. It's an equal of the Stalker for sure. Right, Hutchinson transfer list. I need backup defenders. I've already got some players whinging that I haven't got enough defenders, so I can't really afford to get rid of him. Daughter reaches 100 games in management. Brilliant. Well, that's not really that significant. I'll be happier if we just win this one game than I am about reaching 100 games in management. Yeah, that's right, Catch. That might be what he ends up using. At the moment, I've taken him out of missions. I've benched him because I'm just really worried that I'm going to end up getting him killed just before I complete a thug. Because my aim at the minute is to complete a thug and then give Sarge a mission in the thug because that'll make him happy. He loves that mech. And then I just had visions after that mission where things were looking really bad for him. I was thinking, oh man, I'm going to get him killed, aren't I? I'm going to get him killed before I get a thug. So I've benched him for now just to keep him safe. And then in the last mission of today, Buzzkill was having a rough old time as well. Had to keep him out of danger. Still, I think the closest to death anyone got was from yesterday. That was Alto, wasn't it? He was down to 1 hit point. That was brutal, that one. That was the longest mission I think I've ever played, 39 rounds. Yeah, unbelievable stuff. Right, have we got a football match on here? Is it finally time to play Hednesford? And yeah, we're away as well, aren't we? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and then Kidderminster after that, but at least we're at home against Kidderminster. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned with how things have been going. Oh God. Well, Sean Reid got a further 2-match ban. I'm not really surprised by that. It was a disgraceful tackle. So we're going to be without Sean Reid for 3 matches now. Wow. Seriously weakened side at this point, and I'm not actually expecting a win here. We've got 2 key players suspended, and our captain out injured. Just all I can do is just shake my head. Really, there's no expectation of me getting a good result out of this match. So, I think Callum Nicholas needs to be on the bench. So we've got Sangare and Oliver in midfield. Elliot Holmes, the lone player. Attacking centre mid. Fuster and Dolling up front. Yeah, this team is in tatters. Like, no working relationships between my front 3 or my midfield 2. And that's going to have a serious detrimental effect on the team when we're playing tough opposition like this. But this is the best we can do. So we'll just have to cope. Suck it up, as Sarge would say. And crack on. And they're playing a 4-4-2. Right, yeah, let's give them a morale boost. It didn't really work out great, did it? Never mind. So we might have to switch strategy at some point in light of how difficult our life is going to be. But I'm certainly going to start out attacking. Let's start positively and hope for the best. Maybe we'll get away with it. Flanagan with the corner. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle from Deshaun Bernard there. Bradley Fuster, this is the counter-attack that I'm talking about by leaving 3 players up on a set piece. Oh, and it nearly resulted in a goal as well. Well, that was an example of it almost working out as intended. The quick snap counter and overwhelm them before they know what's going on. Oh dear, Hackett Fairchild with the shot. Oh, just tipped away by O'Reilly there with his left hand. And that will be a corner for Hednesford. But that was a very dangerous situation. Here we go, another opportunity on the quick break. Bradley Fuster smashing the ball upfield, but it's way too long. Holmes to Bradley Fuster. Leighton Egan on the right. Can he put a cross in? He tries. It's a poor cross though. Oliver picks it up in midfield to Sangari, to Little, to Josh Dolling, who scores. And that is Josh Dolling's first goal of the season. Lovely assist there by Michael Little from the left side of the field. And we have gone up 1 goal after 16 minutes of football. Oh, that was pretty lucky that number 5 just kind of tripped over it and the ball went through him somehow. But we'll take that goal. Thank you very much. All right, let's praise the lads. We don't get many opportunities to do that. But this is a tough game, and they've done well to score so far. Dolling to Egan. Back to Dolling. What's he going to do with it? Plays it to Holmes in the box. Back to Dolling again. Oliver Egan patiently looking for an opening at the moment. There's the cross. Michael Little. Oh, that was a great little bit of football there. And we will have a corner. Let's see if the change in the corner instructions helps us. No, apparently not. No improvement seen at all. We'll give it time. That was only the first one. I think it's going to be a demand more soon. We are having the better of the shot numbers at the moment. Lang takes free kick. Hoofs it upfield. Finds Bradley Fuster. Chests it down beautifully. Takes the shot. And yeah, that was easier to score than it was to miss. And somehow Fuster smashed that wide. Unbelievable. Not even drawing a save out of the keeper. Malambo putting in a cross. Finding Bates. Somehow blocked there by the Blyth defence. Ooh, dangerous stuff. Minihan. Oh. It's going to be a corner for Hednesford. Edge to take it. Whips it in dangerously. Sangari heads away. Mendes Jones picks up, and it looks like Bernard just bundled him down. Sangari picking up a yellow card as well. All right. Demand more time, is it? No, not quite. Must be close though. We are approaching half time. Sam Minihan picking up a yellow as well. So it's looking good for us at the moment. Hednesford only having 1 shot on target so far this game, but obviously with only a 1-goal lead, I'm always a little bit nervous. Until we've got a 2 or 3 goal scoreline, it's no time to relax, because the match could turn around very quickly. Yeah, it's time they're expected to prove a point. That's good advice, well taken. And we kick off the second half here at Hednesford. Hoping to extend our lead, or at least cling on to what we've got. League table as it stands right now would see us regaining, just retaining a 4-point lead, in fact. Because I think we were already on a 4-point lead, weren't we? We certainly don't want to be losing. He's looking motivated at the moment, largely, so I'm going to hold off on giving a shout just for now. That's looking dangerous. That wasn't, though. That was a terrible effort. Took a deflection on its way, though, so that will be a corner. Hednesford, oh, interesting corner there. That caught us out almost. And a highlight up the other end now. Little getting bundled down by Minihan. Come on, ref. Give him a card. Give him a card. He's already on a yellow. That was a clear shove in the back. And the card is out. It's his second yellow. And Sam Minihan is off. Fantastic. No, let's not mess about with that, thank you. Right, let's demand more now. We're against a 10-man Hednesford. Here is perhaps the stroke of luck we need to get a win here. Or at least cling on to the 1-0 lead we have. Sangari. Little picks up the deflection. Sangari again. Connor Oliver. Now Holmes. Egan. Egan crossing into Bradley Fuster. Can't quite put the header on target though. And the pressure is definitely on Hednesford at the moment. Elliot Holmes picking up a yellow, apparently his 6th of the season. Man, he's not even been at the club for very long on loan. He's already got 6 yellows. Egan with the throw-in. What was that? What was that? Just throws it straight to a Hednesford shirt. Flanagan now for Hednesford in midfield. Playing to Mendez-Jones. Tackled by Bradley Fuster. He's not a one-trick pony. He's at least a 2-trick pony. Crossing to Josh Dolling. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And it will be a goal for Blyth. Well, that was entirely made by Bradley Fuster there. First with the tackle. Then dribbling it forward. Putting in a beautiful long ball, finding Dolling, and Dolling with a calm finish there at the near post. And it is 2-0. We can relax a little bit. Dolling's 2nd goal of the season. And what a useful goal that was. Let's praise the lads. Egan with the throw to Bernard, back to Egan. Dolling, Oliver, Holmes. Short passes at the moment, looking for an opening. Cross comes in from Egan, but it's a poor one. And Stalazic, I think, I don't know how to pronounce that, picks it up and hits it long. That will be claimed by Blyth keeper O'Reilly. He rolls it out to Lyons. Sangari hit first time to Holmes. Holmes out wide to Little. Little with a run inside. Puts in a cross to Bradley Fuster. And again, Bradley Fuster failing with the header. But that was a brilliant cross by Little there. He is a very, very important player for us. And he's getting on a bit now. He's 30. I hope he doesn't decline in stats too rapidly, because we're going to have a real hard time replacing him. He's been a great servant. Oh, that was a dangerous shot from edge there. All right, demand more time. Can't have them switching off. There's still 10 minutes of football left to play. Bradley Fuster to Elliot Holmes. Holmes given possession away very sloppily there. And suddenly Hednesford are on the attack. Galinsky. Oh, intercepted by Bradley Fuster, who once again puts a ball across to Josh Dolling. Tries to return the favour with a cross back to Fuster. Fuster plays it to Holmes. Holmes has a shot, saved by the keeper. Dolling couldn't quite finish the rebound. Oh, that was very nearly a 3rd goal there for Blyth. And we are now well into added time, and it is almost a certainty that Blyth are going to win this match. And we needed the win here. Playing away, playing a team that's rivaling us in the league. And playing a match without 3 key players as well. That was a fantastic result. Josh Dolling will be over the moon, and I'm very happy with him too. That was excellent. Well done, lads. That was a vital, vital win there. And now at least we can go in to playing the match against Kidderminster Harriers with a little bit of a morale boost, because form had been slipping of late. So Southport, what happened at Southport? That's what I want to know. Spennymoor won. Where's Southport? They drew with Guiseley. Okay. Because what I'd noticed, obviously, is we've now extended to a 6-point lead again. So I knew something must have gone wrong. Okay, and yeah, beating Hednesford has pushed them down a little bit further. But yeah, Kidderminster next. And they are going to be a tough team. Poor Nuneaton. Look at the state of this. 18 points from 35 games. They're definitely going down. Braintree still in the relegation zone as well. They've been there since we played them and beat them not so long ago. Doesn't look like they've managed to claw their way out since. Yes. A brace for Josh Dolling. Let's praise him. He did good work there. He's still no Dan Maguire. But in the absence of Dan Maguire, he will do. So he scored 3 goals in 2 games. Can't really ask for more than that, can I, from a striker? Transfer window closing soon. Not that that really matters to us. Okay, so Kidderminster, impressive with corners. Right. Again, could be a problem with our unorthodox defensive corner routine. We'll just have to see what occurs. Okay. I'll have to check out my trialees as soon as I can because they've been here a little while now. So Josh Dolling making team of the week and Lang as well. So yeah, I just want to check out the guys I've got in on trial because we'll have much more accurate information on them by this point. So Richards, it doesn't look like he's going to shape up to be quite good enough, so I'm not so interested in him. But this Williams, he's got potential. Let's see a more detailed report on him. Lack of determination for a defender. That's not great. And he's a fairly selfish player as well. What are the positives? He's good at marking. And he's considered smart. Outside of that, not really much else that I'm interested in. I mean, we could maybe take him on as a sub. Because obviously Cunningham's a lone player. And he's going to be heading out. Especially since I've upset his manager by not playing him in any games really this season. Has he played a single one? Oh, he's played 1 game all season. So I will need a more permanent replacement for him. Perhaps Williams will serve as that. Is he still wanted by anyone? Doesn't seem to be. Oh well, we'll hold off on that decision because we might find someone a bit better. You never know. Okay. Right. Make him unavailable and him unavailable. So they're playing in the first team at the moment. But we'll make our trialees available. And Evans. Oh dear, Evans' fitness is slipping. Should have put him back in the under-23s a lot earlier. Everything else looks fine. Dan Maguire should be back from his suspension now, I think. So he'll be back in the first team. Nexus continuing to train well. Stats are going up nicely. Here we go again. Yeah, he's not good enough. Yeah, I'm not listening to you. Yeah, whatever, mate. See ya. Bye. Okay, transfer deadline today. Whatever. Decline. We're going to have probably a fairly long calculation here while it works out all the transfers. But I think we're still allowed to make free transfers after the deadline. And they're the only kind of transfers I make at this level. Oh, that wasn't too painful. That was quicker than I expected, actually. Praise Potts. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know who you are, Potts. But well done, mate. Looks like Telford made a signing. Made a couple of signings, actually. Telford, pretty sure I saw they'd signed 2 players. Telford are infatuated with Kieran Charlton. What a weird way to describe that. Okay, so tough game to get out of the way here. But then Hell's Owen should be an easy win in theory. Blyth are comfortable favourites. Blyth set for a record number of draws. Not really sure that's something we should celebrate. We've drawn 13 matches this season. And the existing record is 16. Yeah, okay. Little on verge of Vanarama North assists landmark. Fantastic stuff. So 12 assists so far. And the record is 15. We've certainly got enough games left that he might pull that off. Woods unhappy that nobody wanted to loan him. Well, I did offer, Woods. I did offer you out. There's no interest in you. What? I did try hard. I did. All right. Yeah, you need to toughen up, you scumbag. Yeah. Damn right you'll drop the issue. Now who's whinging? Jack Robson as well. Well, again, the last thing I did, like just before I started the stream tonight, was I offered out all of those guys on loan that were still waiting to go out on loan. I offered them to clubs again just to get it out of the way because it's boring and you don't want to see it. And nobody wanted them. And now they're whinging at me. Right, assertively, there is no interest. I know there's interest in me and that you're therefore lying. What? I literally just offered you out and nobody wanted you. Like, where is this interest? Where is this interest that you're talking about? I don't see it. Nobody wants you. Call me a liar. Right, you need to toughen up. You're a scumbag. Right, I'm dropping him to the reserves because I'm not having him calling me a liar. There was nobody interested in him. Look, where is he? Where's he gone? I've lost him. Oh, he's on the bench right now, isn't he? Butler. There you go. Look. Listed for loan. Nobody interested at all. Like, literally, listed for loan. No interest. Calling me a liar. Get out. Get down into the reserves for that. You scumbag. All right. Dan Maguire is fitting well again, so he's coming in. And Josh Dolling gave a good account of himself. What? Apparently only 2 goals. I swear he scored 3. I must have imagined one of the goals. Never mind. Still. He scored 2 in 2. Because Dan Maguire was only gone for 2 matches. And that'll do. Right. Let's remove Richards. Definitely not considering Richards. And Kieran Green, how's his injury coming along? Expected to be out for between 7 days and 2 weeks now. And that broken arm can't fix fast enough. What about Sean Reid? How many matches is he still out for? Suspended. Does it say? Oh, it just says suspended for next match. Suspended for 3 matches there. But he's already been at... Oh, 2 remaining. Right, okay. Two more matches without Sean Reid. All right. We got to the bottom of that. Can't believe Jack Butler calling me a liar. Lying little scumbag. Just who exactly does he think is interested in him? Blyth could lose Fuster. No, please no. Please no. Offer him a contract? Right, what are we paying him at the moment? Oh, man. Bradley Fuster's on 180 quid a week. He's been worth well more than that for us. He was our top goal scorer in the first season, and I'm only paying him £180 a week. So, yeah. Oh, man. Don't want to have to pay more at this point in the season. But I also don't want him getting snapped up by somebody else or thinking that I'm not going to offer him a new contract. All right, let's start at 250. That's quite a big raise there, Bradley. 275. He'll accept 275. All right. Still, almost 100 quid raise he's got there. Paul Cook, what are we talking about? No interest. Fair bit of speculation recently concerning hot prospect Bradley Fuster's contract. Will you be sitting down with him to discuss an extension in the near future? Okay, we'll go for this one. Wouldn't rule anything out at this stage. There's room for discussion. We've already offered him a contract, and he looks like he's going to accept it. Hey, Gromulus. Definitely no soup for him. Is that an old reference to that particular Seinfeld episode, maybe? I don't know. Am I old enough to remember that? You certainly are. Yeah, three famous sayings in one sentence. Yeah, that's right. But it's the no soup for you that I'm thinking is from Seinfeld. The other two are obvious. Yeah, I think I remember that episode. Yeah, there was this dude that made really awesome soup, but he was like a massive asshole, and he just banned people from having his soup at will. Yeah, lies Jim Carrey, and then you can't handle the truth. Obviously, what do you call it? Thing with Jack Nicholson. I'm not good at remembering the names of films. Oh, here we go. Jack Butler's unhappy. There's no interest. Why is he whinging again? He's literally just whinged at me. Yeah, you see it. You've done the same. Yeah, that military movie with Jack Nicholson. Yeah, that one. I can't remember what it's called either. Was it A Few Good Men or something like that? Oh, somebody will know. I can't remember film titles. But yeah, that one. And I got Seinfeld right, yeah. That was the one that I wasn't sure about. Because I was pretty young when Seinfeld was in its heyday. But I do remember that episode, I think. Okay, so we're in inconsistent form. They're in inconsistent form. Everybody's inconsistent. This could go either way. I think I'm good to go. Everyone's fit enough. Oh, Egan, 1 yellow away from a suspension. Bradley Fuster, 1 yellow away from a suspension. Brilliant. Submit team. Gromulus says, yes, that's it. Ah, cool. I've always had a bad memory for films and actors as well. Like, I can never remember anyone's name. Unless they're like mega stars. Like, then I'll remember their name. But, you know, anything below mega star level, I just can't remember actors. And we're at Croft Park, and I know this, not because of this up here, but because of all this rain here. That is the indicator that it's a home game for me. I'm starting to think that Blyth must be the rainiest place in Britain. At least Football Manager seems to think so. Oh, Weeks with an awful shot. One might say it was a weak shot. All right, let's demand more. No worries, Grom. You missed some exciting stuff. You need to catch up on that episode. And maybe have words with Sarge. You'll see why. Some bad things occurred while he was in your usual mech. Let's just say that. Sangari with the free kick to Holmes. Oh, Holmes took too many touches there. Should have just smashed it before he got closed down. What a shame. Yeah, no worries, Grom. Can either link him here or link to me on chat or whatever. I'll check them out later. Now, what did I just miss there? Yeah, Lions can ease off tackles for sure. We don't want to be getting any reds. We don't want to be getting any more reds, let's say, after Sean Reed's recent sending off. Fodbu. O'Connor. Bradley Fuster takes the ball from O'Connor, finds Maguire in the middle. Maguire fails with the shot though. And it's still 0-0. Here at Croft Park. Not quite that bad. Oh, I don't know. It depends how you see it. You might see it as something worse than that. And Joe Ironside being a player that I want to be respectful of in this match, because I've had him before for one of my clubs at this level, and he's a pretty solid target man. Certainly is capable of bagging a lot of goals. And let's hope he doesn't manage that against us here. So pretty much about as bad as a half of football can be there. 2 shots for each team, 0 shots on target. What terrible football. If you're in the stands for this, you're going to be wanting your money back. Right, that was disappointing. Let's aggressively bollock them. There we go. You're paid to play football, not mess about. No worries, Grom. I don't like the look of this. They're playing some relatively good possession football, and it's just really shutting the match down, Kidderminster. Right, let's demand more. Picking up another yellow. Time is just ticking away with just no shots happening. Both teams really just shutting each other down here. Cancelling each other out. And this is football at its worst. Oh, here we go. Corner comes in. Oh, and there's the shot from Chambers, but it's over the bar for a goal kick. And that is about all there is for excitement. Oh, Sangari with a free kick, curling it in with his left foot, but hitting the side netting. Still pretty unthrilling stuff. Still not a single shot on target in 80 minutes of football. What is going on here? Right, for the last 4 minutes, I'm thinking of just going very attacking. Let's just go all out. Push forward, go all out, try and bag a goal. This could very much bite me in the ass here. But this has been such a dull game. Something needs to happen, although really I should just be happy to take the draw, shouldn't I? But where's the fun in that? Egan is having a terrible match. Yeah, he's coming off then. He's already on a yellow. He's playing a 6.2. Who else is being really, really, really terrible? Little not doing great. It probably explains why we've not got many shots. He's normally providing the assist for us. Yeah, let's get Evans on. Since both my wing backs are on yellow cards, let's get him off. Get some fresh legs on for the last 3 minutes of football. Nice one, mate. Thank you. Frustrated by the feedback. Well, I just told you to push forward, and that's frustrating, is it? Damn it. Right, we are almost into added time here at Croft Park, and the scoreline is still 0-0. Kidderminster with another attack at the moment. It's not over yet, but Blyth defenders blocking the shots well so far. Shots, crosses, whatever you want to see them as. Oh, another good block. Connor Oliver smashing the ball upfield, finding Dan Maguire to Bradley Fuster. Bradley Fuster running into the box. Can he put a cross in? Oh, Sangari picking up the rebound. Oh my God, this is tense. It's come to nothing though, and we are into added time. And the score is still 0-0. In spite of my efforts to just go all out attacking for the end of the game. Desperately searching for the goal that will give us the win here. Maguire nods it down to Talbot. Fresh legs on the field. Of course, Drew Talbot on loan. Crosses in, finding Bradley Fuster. Bradley Fuster tackled though. Oh, and Evans in like a what? I have no idea. Like a bulldozer, I guess. Smashing the ball away from the Kidderminster man. But it will be a goal kick, and it looks like Kidderminster are happy to take a draw here, as the goalkeeper was taking his sweet time over smashing that out. And looks like the same is occurring with the throw-in. They're just running the clock down for a 0-0. Well, I'll take a 0-0. I'm top of the league. It's another point for me. Disappointed not to get a goal, but would you look at that? 4 shots, nothing on target. 5 shots, 1 on target. That is the worst game of football we've had on this entire career. Like, I'd rather lose. At least there'd be some highlights. Well, I did my best. I went all out attack at the end. Just trying to get something exciting to occur, but it wasn't to be. We nearly got a goal though. We got close. We got close. But nobody could find the mark today. Doyle's fury once again being revealed to the press. Whenever we're not winning, just scream at the team. Right, I think probably got time to squeeze one more match in. Egan picking up a 2-match ban. All these bans, once these bans are out of the way and we can get our proper first team out again, hopefully things will improve. And Kieran Green, his broken arm is surely healing by this point. He's got to be back soon. Mikio Kepler, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Really appreciate that. Blyth could lose O'Reilly. No, no, no. Oh, God. Everybody's only got 3 months on their contract. I haven't offered anybody a new contract, really. Okay, he's on 500 quid a week right now. I think we can smash him down a bit. Let's go in at 375. And he's listed as a backup. Man, this guy's stupid. He's played every match for us this season, I think, apart from maybe 1 or 2 injuries. And he's still willing to believe that he's a backup and take the appropriate level of wages for that, perhaps. Let's go for 400. No, he wants 425. Come on, 400. So he's currently on 500. I can make a 100 quid saving here if only he'll go for it. Ah, he won't. Okay, I guess I'll just make a £75 a week saving then. Let's finalise at 425. Still, that is a fantastic result for us to get him knocked down by £75 a week. Right, what's going on? Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all going fine. He's been offered a contract. Tom Kenshin, hello. How are you doing? Go Spartans, damn right. There they are. Right. So let's hope that contract gets signed. And with time ticking away for the stream, I want to get to this match and I want to play this match before we finish, because that hopefully will be a bit of a morale booster for the side after that very disappointing draw. Kieran Green out for another 4 to 8 days. Looking forward to having the captain back. Broken arm occurred against Braintree so many matches ago now at the start of this session. What's wrong with Jack Robson now? Oh, he's had a row. Whatever, Jack Robson. Whatever. If you have to go, you have to go. I've got my eyes on other players. I'm getting very worried about my contracts, though. Oh, God, here we go. Here's another one. Lewis Lang, only 3 months left on his deal. I'm just going to end up spending the rest of this just offering out contracts, aren't I? What does he want? Oh, really? So he's on 450 and he wants 600 quid. I mean, he is like probably the most talented player I've got at the club. But that is a big jump, mate. That is a big jump. I'm not sure I can stretch to that. How about 425? No, he won't have it. What about 450? You're on 450. Oh, come on. Don't do me like that. So I've got a choice. Do I risk dropping it down to 500 and settle at that, which will only be a 50 quid raise, which still put me at a net gain because I did just shave 75 quid a week off O'Reilly's contract, or do I settle for this? Because if I drop it, I run the risk of this guy just walking away. He's too good. He's too good. I can't risk it. I can't risk it. Lewis Lang is the highest rated player I've got. So I'm just going to have to accept his demand. Finalise deal. He's a key player. Okay. Now we've got Dan Maguire again. Dan Maguire. At some point, I'm going to... Yeah, I was going to say, at some point, this is going to happen. I'm going to run out of room to negotiate. And Dan Maguire currently on 475 quid a week and wanting a massive, massive boost to his contract that I simply can't afford. But equally, I can't afford to lose him either. Right, what if I give you a bit more of an appearance fee, a little bit more of a goal bonus, A little bit more of a seasonal... What? What's a 500 quid raise to that as well already? Well, if you can score 25 goals, I'll settle for that. How about that? Let's see what he says. Yeah, unsurprisingly, he's like, yeah, whatever. No. What? You're shitting me. You want... all right. Let's try that. See if he'll fall for that. He's never going to score 30 goals in the season for me. Now I've said that, I'll just be happy if he does, to be honest. I'll pay him the money. We just can't afford this, mate. We can't afford this. Let's go 575. 600. And I'm going to remove that and drop that. Okay, so he's gone for the same goal bonus that we already had. And he's agreed to 600 quid. That's still a massive raise for him. But at least we managed to keep hold of our star striker. Right. Oh, contracts set to expire. So many of them. I'm not going to make you sit through and watch me go through all of that. I'll do that off stream. So for now, we'll just move on. He'll have to remain patient. All right, I just want to get this match on the go. Got 5 minutes of stream left. Is that enough time? Yeah, whatever. Youth players. Don't care. Fuster sign a new contract. Good stuff. Oh man, I've got so many players that I need to re-sign. I need to make some savings somewhere. I'm going to have to try to trim some of their wages down in order to afford those that are asking for pay raises, and I'm sure there'll be some. Oh god, the losses. Yeah, board believe I'm doing an unbelievable job. That's because I am. Thank you very much for noticing. We're top of the league with Blyth Spartans. What more could you ask for? Oh, Ebanks Blake, their key player. Well, we don't need to look at him. We already know him. Oh, man. More contracts need offering out. No, I've got nothing to say to you, press. Leave me alone. Not interested. I just want to get to this match. It doesn't look like I'm going to make it. There's no way I'm going to get this match played in the next 3 minutes, is there? I might just overrun a little bit. I just want to finish on a match. O'Reilly, sign a new deal. Good stuff. Right. Odds are firmly stacked against Hell's Owen. That's how we like it. Praise Elliot Holmes. Well done. No, I haven't got time to praise the rest of you. Just deal with it. Just assume I'm happy with you. Oh, now the game wants to save. Come on. I want to get this match off the ground. All right, here we go. And we're nearly there. Almost there. Come on. Right, Reed, let's make him available for the under-23s because he's still suspended for another game. Let's go. Oh, get lost, Woods. I have no interest in your whinging. Okay. Oh, why is the press asking me questions? We'll have to wait and see. Shut up. Go away. I want to play a game. I've now got like 1 minute of my stream left. In fact, no. Actually, that clock's a little bit slow, so it's already time for me to end the stream. But I'm going to play one more match anyway, just because I wanted to end on a match. Oh man, so many whinges about contracts, so many problems. What are you? No, you're rubbish. Blyth trials finished. That Liam Williams, I want to add him to shortlist. So I might take him at a later date, but not right now. Right now, I just want to play Hales Owen. Dan Maguire signed a new contract. Brilliant. What? Worth £40,000? That is great money to be on for this level of football. Right. Both teams in inconsistent form. Egan needs to come out of the team as he's suspended. That means Paul Smith gets the nod on the bench. Anyone else ready to return to first team football? Kieran Green still injured. Sean Reid still suspended. And that's as good as it's getting, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Holmes has now formed a partnership with Fuster and Maguire, but it's not a good one yet. Never mind. What about midfield? Anything I can do here? No, not really. Yeah, no, okay. It is what it is. Talbot lacking in match fitness, but he will just have to cope. Gromulus says, all this delay and then the power goes out. No, but what could have happened more likely is it could have been postponed due to bad weather or something, or pitch flooding. I get there, and it's postponed. Right, yeah, go out, prove a point, play some football. So, current league position, we are still top of the league with a 4-point lead at the moment over Southport. 5 points ahead of Spennymoor. We are definitely looking for the win here, though. And this might be unfavourable conditions for us, though, because it's looking pretty sunny. We're not used to sunshine. Michael Little with a cross. Oh, it's knocked away by Butler by the looks of it. Well, this match is already more interesting than the last 0-0 draw. At least stuff's happening. Sangari with a shot. Oh, off the post. Off the post. What an effort that was. Little with a free kick. Oh, straight into the hands of Gould. Right, let's demand more. Yeah, we're definitely playing away, Nexus. That's how you can tell. Right, demand more, demand more. Don't want them to be getting highlights. Bowen! Oh, man. I thought that was in for a second. After such a good start, conceding at that point would have been terrible. Bradley Fuster with a free header. Shame it was a poor header. Connor Oliver taking the ball down nicely in midfield. Playing it back to Bernard, who'll hoof it up. Oh, Dan Maguire beats Gould, and he's through. It's an open goal and a calm finish. What a goal. The assist coming from Deshaun Bernard with that lovely long ball there. And the keeper comes well off his line to try to deny Dan Maguire the one-on-one, but completely screws it up. Maguire takes it round him calmly and slots into an open net. 29th goal of the season for Dan Maguire. And that puts Blyth up 1-0. And just to prove it, he is onside. Everything is good. The goal is legit. And let's demand more again. Didn't really seem to have an effect this time. They're looking kind of anxious. I guess I'm demanding more too much. Let's close Joel Logan down. Don't want him putting in good crosses. Not when there's Ebanks Blake knocking around to get on the end of them. Okay, so we reach half-time at 1-0. Stats looking well and truly in our favour at the moment. Yep, go out, prove a point. Good. I like the sound of that. And Hales Owen kick off for the second half. Sangari in with a good tackle, and we already have a turnaround. Is Maguire going to reach it? No, that was a little bit too long even for the legs of Dan Maguire. Catch says Maguire immediately removes any hint of buyer's remorse. There's never any buyer's remorse about Maguire. He's been a long servant of Blyth Spartans, and he's a fantastic player. Absolute quality. Maguire, here he is again. Oh, that Maguire's awful. He should have finished that one-on-one. Nah, he's still a good player, even if he missed that opportunity. We definitely want to win out of this game. All right, let's praise him. Let's see if that helps. A couple of them fired up. Come on, do good things. Oh, that's not what I mean. Oh, no. Do you ever wonder if your computer's listening to you, can hear everything you're saying, and just thinks to itself, do you know what? I'm just going to screw with this guy. What were we just saying? We're singing Dan Maguire's praises, going on about how great Dan Maguire is, what an awesome player he is, how there's never any regrets about having Dan Maguire. And then he puts in a tackle like that, which to me looked like a two-footed tackle from hell. And he gets a red card. I mean, all I can do is shake my head. We're sitting on a 1-goal lead. There's 15 minutes of football left to play. And Dan Maguire has got himself sent. Right, well, in that case, we'll pull Bradley Fuster into the centre of the field, and we'll let Bradley play as a poacher, which is his favourite role. He doesn't often get to do that for our club, thanks to Dan Maguire. But that is what we'll do to cope with 10 men, I think. Let's confirm that change. Just sod's law. You've got to laugh, haven't you? You've got to laugh at that. Let's demand more. Dan Maguire, he's just come back from a suspension for too many yellow cards, and then he goes and gets a red card, and he's going to be out for like 3 more matches. Well, at least Josh Dolling was in good form last I noticed. Little with the corner for Blyth. Finds Lyons. Wow, it's not very often we find a green and white shirt from a corner. Maybe the change to the corner routine is working out. Didn't actually result in anything, but there was potential there. A flicker of it. Nexus says, goal scorer looks gift horse in the mouth and punches it. Blyth Chronicle. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm not going to change my mentality to very defensive, though. Screw that. That's not how you score goals. Oh, Michael Little in space, just about. Can he put a cross into Bradley? Oh, he finds Bradley Fuster, hits it first time, and that is why you don't go defensive when you're a man down. If you've got a team like this, you can still play attacking, and I must say, beautiful football. Look at this for a cross and a finish. Michael Little using his right foot there to hook it in. Bradley Fuster on the volley with his right foot in the bottom corner of the net. Beautiful goal, and that gives us the 2-goal cushion that I feel we need to see out the rest of this game and take the win in spite of Dan Maguire's red card. And good man Bradley Fuster stepping up there to make the difference for us in the absence of Dan Maguire. And there is the final whistle, and what a match to end the stream on as well. A 2-0 win with 10 men, full of exciting stuff. Certainly a much better match than the previous one. Yep, that was excellent. Well done. Except for you, Maguire. You're fired, mate. Sorry. Right, let's continue. Well, what a relief. What a relief. My management career was flashing before my eyes at that point. So we've extended our lead even further. That's good. And we've finished the session still top of the league. How many more matches are left of the season? So, yeah, it looks like 5 more games, assuming that we win and we don't have to play playoffs. So next session should be a promotion session if all goes to plan. We've still got Hereford to play. They're tough. Spennymoor are now second in the league, so they're going to be tough, and it's away from home. Chorley 10th, but Alfreton and Nuneaton, our final matches of the season, should be nice and easy, as they've been having an awful time. But yeah, that is quite the match to finish on. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you for the new follows. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I feel out of breath after commentating that match. I'm going to need a sit down and a rest, maybe even a lie down. But that was exciting. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with Battletech, playing the Battletech Extended 3025 mod, as usual. And that starts at 3 PM UK time, or 10 AM Eastern. So tune in for that if you want to see what else I do. I am a variety streamer. I play other games. At the moment, the 3 games I'm playing are Battletech, playing the Battletech Extended 3025 mod. I'm playing a Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 campaign as well as the Imperials. And obviously, we have football on Fridays with the Blyth Spartans. And I always look forward to the Blyth Spartans, especially when they're winning like this. And fingers crossed, Season 2, we are going to get promoted. We were so close in Season 1, missing out by a point. We should have gone up, but never mind. Here we go. Thanks again. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on what you thought of the content, and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. For now, I'm out. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.